Hello, I'm Olivier De Maisonneuve. I'm a Sommelier-conseil, wine columnist for Fig Magazine and Semiarabat.com, and a wine comedian with my YouTube channel, Olivier Le Sommelier. I'm based here in Montreal, Quebec, in Canada, and you want to have my impression on the wine industry during these trying times. All right. Well, some of them are good and some of them are average, to say the least. Here in Quebec, we have what we call la Société des Alcools du Québec, which is the state monopoly that runs the stores where you can buy wines and spirits and things like that, the alcohol. And they've been deemed by the government to be essential services to the population, which means that the stores remained open during the pandemic, which means that people could go there and get a little pleasure and some relief from the confinement that they have to live in their home. So that's nice, because that means that the sales were good, and when the sales are good, the profits go back into our social services in Quebec. So that means that's quite good to have the money for them. On the struggling part, we have what we call the private import agencies, and they're the one who bring here the foreign wines and spirits and sell them through the SAQ. They also have in parallel, when they don't have the volume to supply all the stores, some private customers like hotels, restaurants, and things like that. And of course, them being closed or running at half capacity at best, they had to find some new customers to sell the inventory that they had. And so they turned to the general public and offered special services like door-to-door deliveries and things like that, which we don't usually have here. We have to go to the stores and get our orders. So that's been a new way of reaching customers. But of course, I don't think that the amount of private people is equal to the amount that they sell to restaurants and hotels. So I guess that's the struggling part that they had to go through. One of the big changes that we saw in the industry in Quebec is that the agencies, like the import agencies, when they want to sell their wines, they have to sell it by the case. So either a 6-bottle case or 12-bottle case. That's fine for restaurants, I guess, but for individual customers, sometimes it can be a bit daunting to buy 12 bottles of the same wine, since we Quebecers like to explore and taste different things. So the government allows, during the pandemics at least, for the agencies to mix and match the cases. So that means that they can have a Discover Chardonnay case where they have a 3 bottle of 4 different wines that they can sell to the public then. And that's something that we'd love to see continue after the pandemics, because it's a great way for the agency to promote the different producers that they have, and for the customers to still be happy about the choices that they get. One of the values that are important this time, if you want to connect with your customers, is to try probably to bring it to a more personal level. And I think that the webinar, when the agency and some journalists propose a meeting with winemakers or people who are in the industry abroad, and they make a little interview with them, I think that's a good thing also to put a face on the bottles. So when they go to the SAQ stores, then they have a more personal approach to the wine in question. So that's a good way to to bridge the frontiers that are closed at the moment. In some part, yes, because we get to know more of them with the winemakers making webinars and things like that. And there's a desire to buy locally grown stuff, because we want to support the economy on a local level, and that's awesome. But I don't think that especially wines from Italy have much to worry for the after effect of the pandemic, because we have a love relationship with those wines, and I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. So we'll still see those international wines, of course, but we get to know more of our locally grown and made wines. So that's quite good too. That's a positive aspect. It's hard to say. Hopefully there'll be some budgets that will be allocated to all the wine exhibit around the world, so the public can come and personally taste all the wide varieties of producer from abroad and locally too, of course. So I hope that this promotional tool will be enhanced in the near future. And also, of course, the press trips are always awesome ways to get to know the producers and the regions, and then afterwards for us to sell it to the public. So I hope the budgets will be there for that, to resume those super meetings between the journalists and the producers and the wine regions, of course. So to conclude, I think that the next 12 months are going to be a bit hard, because we'll have to figure out which players remain and what's the money situation with the people that are there in the industry. I just hope that enough money and enough efforts in cooperation between all the actors will be there, so that even like the smaller players, like the small producers and the smaller, lesser known region, don't get swept away by this catastrophe that we've been through, and that we still have access to handcrafted jewels, and not just globalize the production of a certain type of wines. So that's my hope, and I hope that we pull through everybody all through this, and get to share the joy that this industry can bring to people. That's it. So, ciao Italy!